each member of that unit, including the head coach. And I'm not just talking about football. I'm talking about football, academics, weightlifting, conduct. That's what he's attempting to do. What do you think a guy like Chris Ash and Larry Johnson brings to this program?
Well, I tell you what, Larry Johnson was at Penn State for 18 years and developed a lot of great defensive linemen. He's a tremendous recruiter, but again, you look at the resume, Saul. But what he brings is also the skill of coaching the defensive backfield. And again, when we started this, I talked about the need for Ohio State to recruit at secondary. And again, Ash's knowledge coaching defensive backs, I think is really going to help this defense get better.
When you think of Ohio State, we kept flashing the schedule up. We started with their non-conference schedule that they have here. Not just the 4 guys that they have, but the great depth that they have. Is there a better defensive line in the country than those guys?
It's going to be hard-pressed to find any group better than what Larry Johnson and Urban Meyer have here in Columbus. Joey Bosa, those are going to be the 3 best defensive lines in the league, and I think Ohio State's will be the best.
Well, Tom, you know, how guys look don't always tell the whole story, but I was in their practice facility yesterday, and when that door opened...
Defense, and it's usually on the defensive line. You know, I've talked to a lot of coaches over the years, and they say that's the hardest spot to recruit is to get good defensive linemen. Guys who aren't just big, but also guys who are big and can move both.
Well, you look at the depth they have in the defensive line here at Ohio State. Let's not forget they took 2 guys that had figured in.
Defensive line, we talked before the game, Coach Mason. 1 starter back. You know, Taylor Decker was the question last year. Now he's the linchpin. He's been moved from right tackle to left tackle. 4
figured to play last year. Missed all last year with an injury, and now he's back. You look at the center position. Zach Bourne's played a little bit, you know what I mean? And you've got Billy Price, who we've talked about. They're high on him. F-line, he's...
as well, and some good, exciting young linebackers. I was looking at the stats for halftime. Some of the guys that you were told to watch, Worley in particular, and the Darren Lee kid were leading both
out there. They can make the adjustments to all the sets and cover down, especially against empty sets. They got to cover that
the running downs. But again, you know, Meyer and company and the way they recruit has allowed them to stockpile a lot of talent on that side of the ball.
We talked about a lot about this, but one of the things I want to see, who the backup quarterback